But it was really important to open my eyes that even though I have like a very good jiu-jitsu, this is still a different sport.
Right.
It's MMA.
Right.
And MMA, that's like I said before, is like a little bit related to life. You know, I have to like run for my life, you know,
Sure.
like I have to save my life. I have to do whatever I can to save my life. And you go like into like a kind of like a survival mode.
Yeah.
So your survival mode will be jiu-jitsu. My survival mode will be always good, will be jiu-jitsu.
Right.
If I go in panic, I will go,
right. Because that's going to be your automatic.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's going to be your automatic.
But I could not only rely on this.
Right.
You know, I have to, even though like, you know, okay, this is like what I want to do.
Sure.
I will go, take the person down, go to the mount and submit.
Right.
That was my goal.
Yeah.
But even though sometimes like things, they don't go the way you want to go because this is MMA. And you still have to use jiu-jitsu, you know, in the mentality.
Sure.
And in the game, my third match. My third match, because I said, okay, like my third match, I really was able to work more on my standing, to get better. Like I was like change my base because I'm right-handed, but I'm playing like left-handed softball.
Okay.
Because like in Brazil, like the professor there, Mestre Dedé, he said like, Hannette, I was there too. I was like you, like from jiu-jitsu. I always play with my right leg in front, like you. So I think you should like play, you know, like a softball instead of like a. And I'm like, really?
So
and
for
then,
your third fight, you switched up your stance to southpaw.
Exactly.
Okay.
On my second match, I was, you know, switching.
Yeah.
But it was still like kind of like, you know, like in
back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But the third one, I was, you know, like only like on my softball base, and it was really really cool because I was like able to connect my takedowns. I felt like, you know, like I went 3 rounds, even though I didn't submit, and I wanted the submission. But for me, it was important also to go 3 rounds because, you know, 3 rounds that I didn't feel like tired.
Right, your cardio was still
exactly.
good, yeah.
I had the whole control on the 3 rounds. Like, you know, I did like my plan. Take down, went to the mount, control. You know, I tried to do some submission, but I had some elbows, I had some punches. You know, so I really could bring these other parts because JT, this is the gentle art. And look, you spend so much time doing jiu-jitsu, you're nice to people.
Right.
You know, you're like
But when you're in Mountaineer, like MMA, you could just switch to start dropping elbows.
Exactly. So
you know,
you have to switch kind of like your mentality.
Sure.
And being a professor for so long, like, you know,
you're used to taking care of people, right?
Taking care of your students.
Don't break his arm.
If you go like, you know, too hard, like, you know, you
Yes.
bring your hand under the person's neck and the person has the hair, you're like, oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you're like, sorry,
Like,
or you
take the
cross
hair.
face or something, you're like, oh, sorry, exactly.
So you were like, you take care of the other person.
Right.
And like, I had to like turn this switch.
Right.
And I felt like this third match was like, because like my boxing teacher there, he's like, Hannette, you're not going to be able to take the person down if you don't put your hand on them.
Right.
You have to put your hand on them. And I'm like, okay.
You have to use your strikes to open
because
them up
I was
to
like
takedowns.
this.
Yes, right, yeah.
Man, if I hit you, like, especially because I have like not much control on the punches yet. So sometimes, like, you know, I'm punching like maybe I'm punching too hard, but I'm like in my mind, I'm like punching like, oh, I didn't use my whole power here.
Right, yeah.
In a sense, so in my mind, like, I'm afraid to hurt the other person.
Right.
So he's like, you have to, you know, break this blockage. You cannot, you have to, you know, throw your hand, let your hand go, man.
Right.
And I was like, okay. And then I even had like a couple hands on the fight too.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in the mount position, hand and elbow, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you got to change it up a little. And
You
just
have
become,
to.
Yeah,
You have
want
to.
kind of destroy the other person.
It was really like for me, like jiu-jitsu was really important to give me this confidence that I could do. You know, especially in the, you know, at 44 years old.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like many people that start doing something like
at that
like
age,
that.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like a big accomplishment, but all because I could do all because of jiu-jitsu.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Also, like I feel.
You needed to have that, you know, major foundation for years and years to even
exactly
just step into the arena. Yeah.
Exactly. And against like people like much younger and like with like experience as well. But it was really interesting because like a changing this side of like the gentle art, because in jiu-jitsu you can pretty much control someone